GODWIN EMEFIELE of
Emefiele.
recently was alleged of having 753 duplexes in an estate. Right? So, and EFCC, the court ruled that the EFCC, the federal government through the EFCC, through the EFCC, got court ruling in their favor that they can confiscate the property. So now, what do you think that the media could have played? Because the thing is, up to now, the EFCC refused to announce or make the owner of that estate, the building, known to the public. So they revealed. So it's more like.
Are you now saying the Emefiele name is a speculation?
No, it's not even Emefiele, because already it has been alleged that he actually owns it. But in the paper document, they refused to actually reveal the name of that, because it's actually being run by an agent. You know, Emefiele don't have to be the one to be there. Your money can work for you, so to say.
You know the way we.
But sorry, sir. That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to. So now that EFCC has refused to name or to reveal the name on the what they call the papers of the building, or the agent running the building, it's called 753 duplex. Even if Emefiele is around, they cannot run it alone. So what do you think, your own opinion, that the media organizations could have played better in order to unravel this thing that becoming what the conclusion?
Simply, before I actually tackle this,
all right.
The first thing is talking about investigative journalism.
Yes.
Which we are known for in those days. Reminds me of people like Delegua, people like, oh my God, this guy who retired from the news. And you know, they are likes like that. They were very courageous, very daring. They have a way of, you know, bringing out, excavating the truth.
Exactly. In depth.
In depth. And they will talk with authority.
Exactly.
They will talk with authority,
without
not speculation. So for the sake of that, I will be careful the way I will handle it. But talking about Emefiele generally, there are things I can say about him safely.
Safely. All right.
And that will take me back to Buhari government towards the
2023.
Towards the end of the Buhari administration.
Yes.
Especially during the change of Naira.
Between February.
I think the problem that exercise created is yet to vamoose from the surface of this country. The problem, you know, removing the Naira,
changing Naira
without providing equivalent amount to replace them. And before you even complete that circle, you according to you set the existing money currency, the old one, set them up.
So what do you call that kind of act?
No, it's simply wickedness. It's a financial crime. Because if you look at the quantum of problem it created for the people, the number of people that died, elderly people, middle-aged people, people who have money in the bank, they cannot access it. They have hospital bills to settle to save their life. They cannot go. A lot of people died in the process. You understand? Then, coming back to this issue of 753 duplexes, where I know everything is hidden to man, but to God Almighty, it's clearly open.
Yes.
Whoever owns it, even if they are a group of people, even no matter their number, even if they are 10 and they own 753 duplexes. In fact, I think it's only this country you can find this kind of you know, covetous tendency to acquire in that manner. What are you going to do with it? What? Isn't this life that is so transient that we come to an end I'm sorry, I love to one of the things why I love to be a Muslim is that right from your youth, you are taught to take tomorrow as a bonus. Your life ends today. When you see tomorrow, it's a bonus. On and on like that. So if that is your perspective about life, what are you acquiring? What are you acquiring? Even your children you are, you know, fighting for, they would have more than enough from the little you have. And apart from that, you don't live their life for them. Your children have their life. If your father didn't live your life for you, definitely. Your father didn't put you as CBA. So finding yourself at a point he was even trying to run for presidency. Yes. While he was in office. 2023. Money, giving money to all kind of people making propaganda all over the place. So the indiscipline in this part is too much. It's too much. So if you're looking for the problem of Nigeria, don't look far. These are the reasons. Nigeria is one of the richest countries in the world. I tell people don't know Nigeria. They just speak about Nigeria. People from afar, they look at you, they bow. It's a very solid country. Look at how much money has been stolen from almost since independence. And we are still standing like the rock of Gibraltar. There's no many country like, what's the name of this former prime minister of UK? He said if 10% of what is being stolen in Nigeria is stolen from British economy, the economy will grind up. And that's a fact. Do you understand? Look at the size of our economy, so massive. Look at our roads, look at vehicles, look at trucks, look at number of the commercial. Look at, but whatever shortcoming we have is because of people like the man being alleged.
The Syrian government, former Syrian government.
So many, it's not only the only one.
It's not only him,
so many of them, they have taken chunks of money from Nigeria that an average or normal human being doesn't need. You don't need it. I'm talking, I know what money is. I know how to enjoy money. I'm not pretending. But I know the limits you need. Because I know how much it takes to enjoy life. There are some things we do that are not normal. You don't have to carry packets of money and spend at a party. Who says you must do that? Or using Naira to buy Naira. I don't tolerate that nonsense. It's only in Nigeria. I don't know whether there are other countries where you carry your currency, your local currency, to buy the same local currency. Because one is new, one is
old.
Do they vary in value?
No.
If you want to buy a television now, you take your cash there, 500,000 or let's say 300,000, new money, and they give you the television. Will they give you a lesser one if you also carry a used 500,000 cash?
Carry the same value.
So the same value. So what are we? And these things, they are eating deep into our economy. Then our penchant for importation, I keep saying it, of course. You can say I also use imported things. It's because you make it accessible to me. I am ready if tomorrow we say only Ankara, we must be using.
You don't mind.
I'm ready. Oyiboto Shasho. It's all about being fitted.
And we'll be using this
using good tailor, and then be happy with it from within.
Contentment.
Be contented. And then let's love ourselves. The hate is much. The hate is much. Let's love ourselves. Love every human being like your sibling. That's where it should be. Because if your neighbor, the neighbor as you see, and colleague, I keep telling you, those two people, they are very important. You know why? Before you see your family, you see one of them. Exactly. If it is in the house, the first person you see is your neighbor. Whether you have a health crisis, or you have emergency, or maybe you are even arrested for one innocent reason, or a complicit reason, they are the first set of people that will come to your aid. Okay. If it's in the office, it's your colleague. And what happened between colleagues hardly happen among families. So why won't you love
your neighbors
just because it's not your family? No, love ourselves. Or is it about tribe? It's not. We have bad Yorubas. We have good Yorubas. We have bad Igbos. We have good Igbos. We have same for us, ditto for other tribes. That's the way it is. And only God can do the census of knowing the ratio or which side is better than
the other side.
Because if you go to the east, let me bear this test. If you go to the east, these Igbo people, yes, they have their peculiarities. I also see that. But visit them at home. You say, they will kill you with hospitality.
Hospitality.
So we must balance our views about ourselves. When we see the bad, you see the good. Yoruba people, whether anybody like it or not, they are so accommodating.
Yes.
So accommodating. You can't take that away from them.
Yes.
They may not be perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Definitely.
If there are perfections, or if we are supposed to, we will not even be here. Because it is imperfection that brought us from the Garden of Eden. Where Adam and Eve were created, and they were instructed.
Not to do something.
They acted against instruction. That's why we find ourselves here. So we are not supposed to be perfect.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that insightful argument. So now, sir, the next thing I'll ask you is that, so in the next decade, for instance, how do you see the media industry evolved, or what do you see the media industry evolved into the next decade?
I will not see
based on what is happening now.
I will not see the media outside what I will see the country. Because the media practitioners, they are part and parcel of the country.
I did not understand.
There's what you call national character,
or
prevalent character of a people. As long as we are the way we are, especially in the area of indiscipline, I say it. Indiscipline is so pronounced in Nigeria, and I'm not excluding myself. Indiscipline is prevalent, and there's indiscipline and development. They are not friends. In this development and corruption, they are very, very arch enemies. You have to take one, especially corruption. It's either you take corruption, you remain the way you are, or you shun it and move forward. Combining them, it will never happen.
So basically now you are saying the media industry cannot outgrow the country system.
They cannot. They emanate from within.
It's only the system of the government, of the nation. Better. That's what can make the media
in other words, we must all address what we call our national character.
We
must have Nigerian people, this is what they are known for. They are nice, they are courteous, they are patient, they are honest.
So, and what do you think
they are honest. I want you to underline
honesty is very, very important. Okay. So what do you think the media industry can do to that? I mean, can contribute
the media is supposed to be the police watchdog over the people. But because this thing we are talking about, the corruption in particular, discipline, has also eaten deep into them too.
Okay.
That does not mean every single person who practices
media.
But preponderantly. So the thing is like, it's like what's it called? That has spread.
Epidemic.
Epidemic. That have spread, or you can't escape it. In fact, it's in the air. If you breathe the air of this country, you have your own portion of corruption.
All right. I hope the personalities involved in the media industry will take a look into ourselves and see how we can correct these anomalies and also make the system of the nation better. So finally, sir, for us to round up this session with you, I would like to ask you as a founder of a media organization, and I know that you have your own social responsibility to way of giving back to society. So in what way are you, or what initiative are you using to give back to society? I mean, your organization.
Okay, thank you. There's no way you talk of Duke TV Online without talking of Eternal Care Foundation. Eternal Care. Yes, we have what we call Eternal. There's an organization as Eternal Care Foundation.
All right.
I am for now, I am the Director General
of that.
It's rotational, though, but I am the one for now. And then we have our line of directors and members in the organization. As I'm talking to you now, come 18th of this month, we are visiting the Ikoyi Correctional Center, formerly known as prison, but good enough. That's one of the beauty of Nigeria. I love that transformation. It's no longer called prison. It's now called Correctional Center, because that's what's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So we are visiting them, and we are going with a provision for no less than 250 inmates.
250 inmates.
And we are talking with food, with drinks, with toiletries, relevant materials.
What about drugs, medicine?
Yes, we are spending millions. And come 18 by God's grace. And I'm seizing this opportunity to thank those who have been supporting us to make this money happen. And our members who have been so dedicated and committed. Wonderful people who have their own challenges, but set it aside to pay attention to the challenges of others. And of course, when you do that, Almighty God will provide solution to your own problem.
Definitely.
So, talking about giving back society, I never joked with it.
Thank you very much.
I never joked with it. And that's what inspired creating that foundation.
Thank you. So